Well, time now for the morning rush. APD is still on the hunt for the man wanted for the murder of a 15-year-old girl. 15-year-old Angelique Anderson had gotten in a car with 4 other people, including then 20-year-old Isaiah Hayes. That's to fight another girl back in May of 2020. Now, once at the school, a shootout began between 2 groups and a bullet struck Anderson in the face, killing her. Hayes is facing several charges, including abuse of a child, resulting in death.
A Carlsbad man is facing charges for the murder of a teenager. Eric Garcia is accused of shooting a 15-year-old after a fight broke out between a number of people on Wednesday. The teen died at the hospital. Garcia has been charged with second-degree murder.
2 men are facing federal charges relating to drug trafficking and illegal guns, and it was a music video that helped the FBI crack that case. Jerry Bezzi and Julian Leba were arrested after a raid by the FBI on 2 Albuquerque homes. And some of the items featured in that video tied to those homes. Those 2 men are now behind bars.
And here's a look at our school day forecast. 34 this morning, a colder start to the day, so you'll need those warmer layers, especially with the wind that we're feeling. By the afternoon, we are going to stay in the 50s, so keep around your windbreakers.
An Arizona man is facing more than a decade behind bars after being arrested on his 13th DWI charge in Alamogordo. After a short high-speed chase, police pulled Christopher Murin over on March 18th for speeding. They later arrested him for DWI. He faces up to 12 years in prison and a fine of up to $10,000.
The 2 Ohio women who went missing after vacationing in Truth or Consequences, they have been found and reunited with their families. Reports of the women missing came late on Tuesday night. Well, the following evening, the sheriff's office reported that one of the women's cell phones pinged at a location in the Gila National Forest that was near Snow Lake, where they say that the women's vehicle was stuck in the mud.
We've got new details this morning on the New Mexico United Soccer Stadium plans that are in the earliest stages of development. The current proposal leases the land to the east of Balloon Fiesta Park for the stadium. The city would not put money toward the stadium itself, but the mayor did say money from the state could be used to build infrastructure. There are no contracts in the works yet. Erica.
And here's a look at our threat index. It is still high today, as we'll be seeing 60+ mile-per-hour wind gusts in eastern New Mexico, along with a high wildfire threat.
We are learning more this morning after a helicopter crash took the lives of 9 U.S. soldiers. Officials say the 2 Black Hawk helicopters crashed near the Kentucky-Tennessee border during a routine training mission on Wednesday night. The Army says that one of the helicopters had 5 soldiers on board. The other had 4. None survived the crash. A flight safety team from Alabama's Fort Rucker is investigating.
Happening today, the first funeral will be held for one of the 3 kids killed in Monday's Nashville school shooting. Yesterday, thousands of protesters gathered outside Tennessee's state capitol building demanding new laws to limit access to guns. Inside the packed rotunda, outnumbered troopers worked to control the crowd of teachers, students, and anti-gun advocates.
A Manhattan grand jury has now voted to indict former President Donald Trump. The Manhattan DA and grand jury had been probing allegations that business records may have been falsified to hide an alleged hush money payment to former adult film star Stormy Daniels before the 2016 election. Erica.
All right, a check on traffic. The maps are looking clear. No accidents or slowdowns. And here's a look at the Big I. You can see that it's busying up out there. Everything's still moving at speed.
Tampa police helped to wrangle a large alligator found on the street in Tampa on Wednesday. The alligator was reportedly 9 feet in length. It could be seen hissing and snapping at officers as they approached it. Police say the growling gator was taken by the Florida Fish and Wildlife Conservation Commission to be relocated to a more suitable area.
Time now for the 5 facts.
At number 5, the developer of the Sawmill Market near Old Town is now working to bring a new experience to another part of the metro. The 7 acres of Park Square near Louisiana and Indian School currently offers retail and office space, but that will soon transform into high-end shopping and a food hall with up to 20 vendors. The developer says that it will be similar to Sawmill, but with a more professional feel. Construction on Park Square is going to begin this June. They hope to open their doors in July of 2024.
And number 4, Santa Fe Mayor Alan Weber says affordable housing continues to be a big need for the city. During Mayor Weber's State of the City address last night, he acknowledged that a lot of work is needed, also pushing for a higher minimum wage. Mayor Weber called for cities and towns in northern New Mexico to come together to battle drug addiction and find solutions to provide mental health care.
And at number 3, it is going to be staying windy in eastern New Mexico and breezy in the metro. We'll see wind gusts up to around 30 to 35 through this morning, lightening up as we go into the evening hours.
And number 2, new details this morning about the New Mexico United Soccer Stadium plans that are in the earliest stages of development. The current proposal leases the land to the east of Balloon Fiesta Park for the stadium. The city would not put money toward the stadium itself, but the mayor did say money from the state could be used to build infrastructure like electrical lines, plumbing, and sewer or additional parking. A Balloon Fiesta Park spokesperson also sent out a statement saying in part the stadium site would impact existing parking, but they are interested in learning more about the stadium plan.
And at number one, 2 men are facing federal charges relating to drug trafficking and illegal guns, and it was a music video that helped the FBI crack that case. Now, a number of the expensive props featured in that music video turned up during a raid by the FBI on 2 Albuquerque homes. Jerry Bezzi and Julian Leyba, they were arrested in those raids. Bezzi is believed to be one of the men in the video. Well, the feds learned about the video from MDC's gang unit, which is part of the FBI's Violent Gang Task Force. The FBI says that the video even helped them figure out what to look for. It's when they drafted their search warrants for those homes.